Hello, my name is Chloe. I'm part of the Calm Body family. I am the admin and marketing coordinator, and it's my pleasure to guide you through this 20-minute Yin Yoga practice that we have intentionally pieced together for this full moon coming up on the 1st of August. The full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, it's an air sign. And what's really special about this full moon is it's a part of a supermoon series. The extra bonus about this full moon is it's a once in a blue moon because there are two full moons in the month of August. So potent time, lots of energy going on around. So hence why we figured what a time to practice some yin. So this series, you'll find we do some poses related to legs and feet, which the sign Aquarius rules the shins, the calves, and the ankles. So we'll begin with a practice that hopefully helps ground and center and anchor you. And then we'll move on into the physical poses. So I invite you to just take your hands and start to rub them together. Now, you may like to start already with your eyes closed or your eyes open. If your eyes are open, just keep them soft on a gaze in front of you, just one focal point. Getting the back of your hands warming up if you're in cooler areas at the moment. Beautiful. And then you can place your hands upon your body with a little firm pressure or on your legs, your knees. And you're welcome to keep your eyes open for the first part of this meditation or keep them closed. This relates to both. So working with your five senses here, I would love for you to just drop in and just acknowledge where you are in space and in time. And taking nice soothing breaths. And as you do, when you inhale, your belly opens. Allow that air to just drink into your body. And then exhale, allow the belly to soften, the sternum, the heart lifts a little, and breathing out. And as you inhale, your belly opens to allow yourself to drink that air in. And as you exhale, even an audible sound out your mouth. Now, whether your eyes are open or not, I invite you to just acknowledge 5 things that you can see right there in front of you. That doesn't have to be big, it can be very subtle. What are 5 things that you can currently see? If your eyes are open, it may be what you can physically see in front of you and around you. And if your eyes are closed, it may be what you can see in your imagination or who knows. And while you're there, just continue that breath. Just remember where you are. Use your breath to help you anchor to this very moment. And if your eyes aren't closed already, I invite you to close your eyes now. Start to shift that focus within. And now acknowledging four things that you can currently hear. Right here, right now. What are 4 things you can currently hear? It might be subtle in the distance. It might be closer. It might be the humming of appliances in the house. There may be some chattering. And as you sit there, noticing 3 things you can feel. What are 3 things you can feel? It might be the textures of your clothes. Maybe you have a beautiful blanket keeping you warm. There may be a breeze. What are 3 things you can feel? Continue your breath here as well. Now, what are 2 things you can smell? It may be the candles that you've lit, the aromas you have brought into your space for this practice. 2 things you can smell. And the last one, what is one thing you can taste? Those subtle hints of flavor on your tongue. What is the one thing you can taste? Now, just embodying all your 5 senses, allow them to be tools and guidance to helping you feel exactly in this moment as it is. Let's take one more full big breath in together, opening your belly. Allow yourself to drink that air in, feeling yourself a little taller, and then exhale out the mouth. When you're ready, just gently opening your eyes if they're not already, and we'll move into our yin poses. Okay, so by now you should have set up your space as cozy and as comfortable as possible. We'll begin our first shape in caterpillar with your legs stretched out in front of you and using different variations of your props. Here I'm using the oval yoga bolster and the yoga block. The higher your props are, the softer the pose may feel. The lower your props are, the deeper you will be going in your stretch. Now remember, yin doesn't require all your effort. We want to be here for a long and comfortable time. You can also part your legs and not have them so close to take away some of the strain off your lower back. You can also use the bolster as a headrest, leaning it on an angle and supporting your head here. Whichever way you would like to go, you're welcome to try them all and then return back to the one that feels best for you. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. Now you won't need to worry about the time. My voice will be the bell of time to call you out of the shape and guide you into the next one. There may be some moments where there is silence, but do not worry. Just melt into your shape. And you'll hear me again when it's time to move into the next shape. As the time moves on, you may notice you need to readjust your props, making them higher or lower. And remember your breath, just like we practiced at the very beginning of this video. Just slow, rhythmic breaths with your body, allowing your belly to soften on the inhale and exhale. In Caterpillar, in our forward folds, it's a beautiful opportunity to breathe into your back. Allow your back to expand. Taking your last breath here in the pose. And gently, gently allowing yourself to come out. We'll slowly make our way into rebound pose. With little to no effort, just allow yourself to roll back onto your back, the back of your head. And you may use that same prop under your knees to help support your back in your rebound. Nothing left to do here, but just allow yourself to be. Taking another full breath here. And allowing yourself to come out of your rebound, ready for the next shape. Now here you require a yoga strap. Placing your strap over the ball of your right foot and laying back down. Now your left foot can be on the floor supporting you while you find your sweet spot here. Once you found that sweet spot, you may like to extend your left leg if that feels okay for your lower back. Another prop that you could use in this position is the yoga pillow. Sliding it underneath your hips, making sure you're fully supported and not tilting or falling off. And this will tilt your pelvis towards you, towards your face. Now taking that same position, strapping the strap across the ball of your foot. And the more you flex your foot, the deeper you'll go. Now you won't necessarily have to have a straight leg to feel the stretch through the back of your leg. But see how this position feels for you. If the yoga pillow is too high and you would like something lower and a little more softer for your stretch, you could also do this with a yoga blanket, taking that same position with the yoga strap. Your right leg is in the air and you're drawing your right hip down. There's little to no effort though in yin, so just allow yourself to melt in this position. You can keep your left foot supported on the mat, or you may like to begin to stretch it out. The more you draw your right toes towards your face, the deeper you'll go here. And with your opposite leg, your left leg extended, you may also gain a stretch through the front of your left hips. With that added prop underneath your hips, it creates a little bit of a bow shape. and accentuates the stretch of your psoas in the front of your hip, of the straight leg. Once you found that sweet spot, breathe here. We'll be here for a total of 3 minutes. If neither of these props are working for you, I'll be demonstrating this with the oval yoga bolster again. And taking that oval yoga bolster under your knees once again for your rebound pose. Allowing your feet to flop out to the sides, allowing your hips to soften, allow your back and shoulders and head to be supported by the surface beneath you. And just checking in with your body, noticing any differences made by the poses that we've experienced already. Allowing this time, your practice right now, to help anchor you. Not worrying about the outside world. Just focusing on what you can do right now in this moment, in this practice. And that's not a lot. And taking another breath here to prepare you for the next shape. Now demonstrating, as mentioned, with the oval yoga bolster, with our alternative leg up. Now your left leg will be up to the sky and your right leg is your supportive leg. You can start with the right foot on the floor while you just adjust yourself on the left side. Might like to use the strap to add a little bit of welcomed pressure and just rolling through your ankle, as the ankles are also ruled by this zodiac of Aquarius. Rolling your hips into the prop, or if you're not using the prop, that's completely fine. You may have your hips on the floor with nothing underneath. These props are here to add extra to your stretch, but not necessary. As you're there, maybe your supportive leg, your right leg, begins to stretch out. Along the way, noticing if your hips don't feel supported anymore, then you may need to adjust your bolster. And although you're gripping onto your strap, making sure that your fingers are quite loose and soft, and there's a softness to your forearms, elbows, shoulders, chest, and neck. Even softening through your jaw, tongue, eyes, and your head. Allow everything to soften here. Again, another total 3 minutes in this pose. If the pose becomes too intense to maintain for those 3 minutes, you might like to change it up or come out of the shape. Readjust. And coming to your rebound pose. Using that prop once again under your knees. And just allow the world to go by. Again, allow my voice to be the bell of time, to let you know when it's time to come out. But for now, just allow yourself to rest and close your eyes. One more breath here. And slowly, slowly preparing for our next shape of supported bridge pose. So taking your prop, it might already be under your knees, and slide it under your hips. Now, both legs can be supportive here. While you work out what you would like to do with your arms, and the positioning of your arms can really alter this experience. Adding stretch through the sides of your body, through your shoulders, through your underarms. And you can also play with straightening your legs, maybe one by one, or even the soles of your feet come together and your knees out wide in a butterfly. You may choose to rest your hands on your body. Just really find that sweet spot before you commit. If the bolster is too high and too intense for you to maintain this stretch for these 3 minutes, you're welcome to change it up with possibly a yoga block. Again, playing with the positioning of your limbs. And this is a counterbalance pose to our forward fold as we open up through the entire front body. Depending how tight you are, you may feel this in your hips, even your quads. But wherever you need to feel the stretch is where the stretch will happen. And know throughout these shapes you can modify where you need. You can always increase or decrease the intensity of your stretch by simply adjusting your props or shifting your arms and legs. Here I have raised the block on the second level, and my sacrum is rested on the block. Make sure that your lower back is not rested on the block, but the block is more under your hips. Again, your breath will be an indication if you have gone too far, if you have overstepped your edge. We want to aim for a very soft, fluid, and consistent breath, one that can remain calm and steady. Coming out of the shape now, you might like to take a very gentle happy baby with your hands on the back of your thighs or over your shins with a rock side to side. And now preparing for our last but the most important pose, Savasana. Here I have utilized all my resources, using the yoga pillow underneath my head as a pillow, using the oval bolster under my knees to support my lower back, and the yoga blanket to keep nice and warm. Just allowing yourself to center and anchor and rest. This may feel like a chaotic time in your life. There may be certain things happening for you, but right here, right now, this is where you need to be. Just you and your breath. Just you and your breath. Allow yourself to drift off into Savasana. You're welcome to take this Savasana as long as you need. And thank you for practicing with me. And have a beautiful day. I hope we get to practice again soon. Namaste.